Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's Sunday preview. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so we got another massive week of releases coming up here. Sunday preview. Machines wage civil war on Mars, and Chaos Hordes descend from the north. Next week is the Warhammer preview show, Nova Open 2024, which will have reveals and roadmaps for some of your favorite games. So very likely that's going to be the Warhammer 40k roadmap. Very cool, super exciting. But before that, we've got the Sunday preview packed with releases. The Martian Civil War begins in the Horus Heresy with new campaign book and standalone plastic miniatures, while the Warriors of Chaos are poised to bring ruin to the old world and a horde of releases. Alright, so there is a little video right here. Let's take a look at the full article. And before we do jump in here, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update here. I'll be doing a video over on Tabletop Bros, but I did play in a nice little RTT yesterday. Thanks for everybody that wished me luck. Played my Death Watch. It was 22 total players, and I managed to take home first place. That's right, baby. We got the gold. So super exciting. It was a ton of fun. Obviously, very happy with the results. Appreciate all of the well wishes. And as the opportunity to run Death Watch as its own faction kind of comes to the end, it was definitely nice to go out on top. But that's not what this video is about. Let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at these new releases. Campaigns of the Age of Darkness, the Martian Civil War. Great swathes of Mars seceded from the Imperial rule during the Horus Heresy, and the tireless deluge of machines and weapons pouring from the factories posed a mounting threat to the throne world as the War Master drew ever closer. Loyalist forces attempted to wrest control of the planet in numerous occasions, even as tech priests squabbled amongst themselves. And these events provided the backdrop for the next supplement for Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, Campaigns of the Age of Darkness, the Martian Civil War. Alright, so we see a very cool piece of art here on the cover. Definitely looks like a nice thick book right here. Super exciting for all of those Adeptus Mechanicus players out there, rocking that Horus Heresy new army. This 168-page hardback features a selection of background information spanning the length of this unique conflict, and rules for bringing it to life on your tabletop. There are new core missions, apex missions, relic hunt missions, and onslaught campaign to use them in, plus additional units and techno-heresy rules to determine the fate of the Red Planet yourself, alongside additional content from previously published exemplary battles in the Age of Darkness. This will be available for pre-order next week in hardback and EPUB formats. Alright, and then we got some new models coming along with it. So we have the Archmagos Prime. The Archmagos Prime is both the commander of the Tagmata Omnissiah and high-ranking adept of the machine cult. Their bodies transformed through countless cybernetic enhancements, leaving them more machine than human, with inhuman intelligence and access to a wide range of techno-arcana. They lead the Mechanicum in battle to further the machine cult's murky agenda. Okay, so we saw this guy shown off before. Really nice model. Definitely a big fan of this Archmagos Prime. Lots of cool detail. And I'm really starting to feel like the blend between the 40k and Horus Heresy stuff is becoming a little more streamlined. Previously, the Horus Heresy stuff was a little less well designed and lacked some of the cool detail. And then we would only really see the really nicely done characters coming from Forge World. And it seemed like a lot of the 40k stuff was a little bit on the over design side, with a million belts, pouches, all kinds of just crazy amounts of detail that left very little for your imagination. And now we're starting to see sort of a middle line between the two. And honestly, I like it because it leaves the actual painter a little bit more freedom to do their own thing. So this looks really nice. Definitely a nice blend of the two. Still got all of the really nice detail, but it's not overly designed like some of the 40k models are. Very cool. Alright, and then next we have the Thallax Cohort. The Thallax Cohort is a versatile core of most Mechanicum forces. These cyborgs retain some modicum, making them ideal shock troops. Armored frames and incandescent jetpacks allow them to hit hard and fast, while weathering return fire. This box builds 6 Thallax-armed lightning guns, and contains options to construct 2 with phased plasma fusils, photon thrusters, or multi-meltas. You also get enough melta bombs for each miniature, a variety of head designs, and a Mechanicum Constructs transfer sheet comprising 558 decals. Alright, so we first saw the Thallax Cohort released in the new box set, and now you'll be able to pick up these models on their own. 6 of them in a box. Nice little mid-sized jump infantry, but armed with some really nice shooting weapons. Very cool design. Definitely a massive fan of these. Alright, and then we have the Castellax Battle-automata. Standing at 3 times the height of a human, clad in heavy armor and equipped with durable adamantic shields, the Castellax Battle-automata are terrifying machines of war. This Maniple box contains 2 Castellax, which can be built with the brutal shock chargers or savage power blade arrays, and which have a choice of inbuilt bolters or flamers. Their sturdy frames allow them to carry shoulder-mounted molar bolt cannons in a battle, and the box contains 1 Darkfire cannon and 1 multi-melta for more specialized loadouts. You also get the Mechanicum Constructs transfer sheet comprising 558 decals. So once again, we saw these bad boys in the recently released box set. Really, really cool models. I absolutely love the blades. These things look awesome. Very cool design, and I love that all this stuff is coming over from Forge World resin into the nice quality Games Workshop plastic. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the big boy. So they showed this guy off previously. He looks absolutely awesome. This thing is massive, and I am super excited for this release. Thanatar Cavas Siege-automata are among the largest automata to deploy by the Mechanicum. Designed to operate as mobile artillery platforms, their hulking forms can easily withstand incoming fire, and they sport the helix pattern plasma mortar, a massive weapon which lobs spheres of superheated energy at enemy lines with devastating results. Each Thanatar is equipped with shock chargers and twin-linked Molar bolt cannon. Also included is Mechanicum Macro Constructs transfer sheet comprising 394 transfers. So yeah, very, very cool design right here. I absolutely love the giant cannon on his shoulder. This thing is really cool. I'm sure it's going to have some cool little options for like posability and everything. And once again, just super happy to see this coming in plastic now. The Mechanicum are truly a nice flushed out range, and I do expect a lot of people to be excited for these. And then the final complement, we have the Tech-thralls Covenant. The tech priests of the Mechanicum require a vast pool of expendable labor to undertake their grand industrial operations, and they have perfected the process of mutilating and overriding consciousness to create loyal Tech-thralls. When battle approaches, covenants of Adseculares Tech-thralls are dispatched to act as cheap cannon fodder, marching forward while unleashing a withering barrage of Laslock fire, even as they are cut down by enemy weapons. This box contains 20 Adseculares Tech-thralls ready to unquestionably follow the lead of the Tech Magi. So really, really nice models right here. Definitely a massive fan of these, and these are your like general infantry for the Mechanicum. Really, really cool sculpts. Very well designed, and I personally am looking forward to converting some of these bad boys for various other games and systems. But realistically, if you are interested in these or some of the other stuff that was included in the box set, there is a ton of value in that box, and I highly recommend people pick that up and then just pick up the individual units that they need to complement it, as it was a really nice box, really good deal, and still readily available. And speaking of the box set, we had the individual release of the Triaros Armored Conveyor. Appearing unlike anything seen in the wider Imperium, the Triaros Armored Conveyor is a design that relies on a number of unique technologies that are held as arcana by the Magos Autocrator. Thick armor, layered technocant wardings, and array of energy shields allow this transport to operate in extremely hostile environments and help protect its cargo of Tech-thralls from incoming enemy fire as they are carried to the front lines. This large, dedicated transport has a transport capacity of 22 and is armed with 2 Volkite calibers, a twin-link Mauler bolt cannon, and has options for 2 hunter-killer missiles. You'll also get the Mechanicum Macro Constructs transfer sheet containing 394 transfers. So very cool design. Again, this is in the box set, and it really is a unique design like nothing else we see in the Warhammer range, and I absolutely love it. And last but not least, to finish out the Mechanicum releases, we have the dice set. So red with white pips, we've got that awesome marbled swirl, and then the Mechanicum face on the 6 side, and then of course includes the scatter dice as well. Complete your Mechanicum army with a set of dice colored in pearlescent red with white pips, which feature the Mechanicum logo on the 6 face. The set contains 19 standard D6 dice and 1 scatter dice for use in games of Warhammer Horus Heresy. Alright, and then we have, moving over to the Warhammer Old World, the Arcane Journal Warriors of Chaos. So finally you'll be able to field your Chaos armies in Warhammer the Old World with a full new rule set. And then we also have the Warriors of Chaos Battalion. So this is really cool because these models are actually relatively new. A lot of this stuff is viable in both Sigmar and then also the Old World. So really nice release, and I do expect this will be popular and also a nice value. And because you can use this as a dual purpose set for Age of Sigmar or Warhammer the Old World, I think these are going to sell pretty well. Kickstart your host of brutes clad in blackened iron armor with the Warriors of Chaos Battalion, which contains 44 miniatures ready to pillage in the name of the Dark Gods. An immovable core of 32 Chaos Warriors are supported by 10 Chaos Knights, unstoppable shock cavalry that can run down all but the mightiest of foes, and 2 line-breaking Chaos Chariots, which can also be built as Gorby's Chariots. This box also contains a new Warriors of Chaos transfer sheet, which comprises 621 transfers. So really cool box set, definitely going to be a nice value over the individual kits, and will be very popular, I suspect. And then to complement the Warriors of Chaos release, we have the reference cards pack and dice set for Warhammer the Old World. We also have an individual release of the Chaos Warriors, 32 of these bad boys in a box set. Then we have some Chaos Warriors upgrades, and then the Chaos Chosen command. And while it is cool to see these guys coming back, the new Chaos Chosen are absolutely amazing. But for those nostalgic people out there who like the old models, these are definitely cool. And then we have some classic Warriors of Chaos characters. And a lot of these are still existing in like the current range for Sigmar, but some of these have been long gone, and definitely some nice sculpts here. Very, very cool to see some of these guys coming back. Obviously, we've even seen some like new iterations of some of these, including like the mounted Chaos Lord of Nurgle, but really nice stuff. We also see the classic Warriors of Chaos monsters and war machines. Once again, a lot of this stuff still existing in the current range, but also some nice classics coming back. And then we have the Dwarven Mountain Holds made to order. So if you are after any of these bad boys, they're going to be on a limited made-to-order basis. Typically takes about 180 days to get them, but the actual order window is limited. So if you are after some of these guys, don't miss your opportunity. And then finally from Black Library, after a ridiculously long wait, we have the End of the Death Volume 1 in paperback. So a lot of people out there tried to get the limited copy, couldn't get a hold of it, including myself, way back in the day. And then on top of that, we have the hardback version, which sells out like crazy. Now we finally have the paperback version for people out there that just want to give it a read, follow along with the Siege of Terra story. And this is really cool because I would imagine we're going to get the other Siege of Terra books shortly afterwards as well. So very cool if you're interested in some of the lore and background for like the actual Siege of Terra, what happened between all the Primarchs, Horus, the Emperor, and the true backstory that makes Warhammer 40k such an amazing, amazing game and setting. And then finally we have the Imperial Palace Undone map. So if you're looking for something to decorate your walls or just some like cool little accessories to go along with it, we have the Siege of Terra map of the Imperial Palace Undone. So that is it for this week. Lots of cool stuff coming. We also have Nova coming next weekend and the big announcement with the 40k roadmap and lots of other stuff going to be shown off. Tons and tons of amazing releases coming from Games Workshop lately. Let me know what you're most excited about. Are you jumping into Warhammer the Horus Heresy with the Mechanicum? Are you looking to join the forces of chaos in the old world? Or are you holding out for those new 40k roadmap releases? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. Make sure to tell them that Warhammer Man sent you. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man. And thanks for all the well wishes as the Death Watch go out on top with my first place tournament result. And I'm out of here.